right, Whalen, let's go to the late game here. Let's go out to the Western Conference. I mean, there was no Steve Kerr on the sidelines for Game 4 for Warriors-Grizzlies here. But tonight, Warriors now, I mean, this morning it was a 3-point favorite. Now 4-point favorite on the road. We know Ja Morant has been ruled out. We don't know if he's going to play the rest of the postseason here. Do you see them closing it out on the road tonight?
It's pretty hard for me not to. This game being in Memphis, I think, is the one thing the Grizzlies have going for them. That crowd is not going to back down even without Ja Morant. But, man, it kind of feels like that Morant report from Shams yesterday was kind of the final gut punch, right, for Memphis, because we didn't really know what was going on with his knee. It's not like he's out there in a brace. He was at shoot-around in sandals, not exactly like the most sure-footed footing that you would think if you had a knee injury. So I think there was some thought that, maybe this was a minor thing. He could be back for this game. But then getting that report that he has a bone bruise and he's not coming back in this series or the playoffs at all was kind of the final punch, like I said, for Memphis. So I think, we've seen Memphis play well without Ja Morant throughout this season. But I also think they're not going to get the start from Golden State that we saw in Game 4, where it was 20 points in the first quarter, 38 points in the first half, a historically bad shooting night for the Warriors. History suggests that the greatest shooting team of all time is not going to do that again. So I know it's only a 4-point spread, but I would not be surprised if this is Golden State in a rout.
Yeah, Julian, do you anticipate another cold shooting night here for Golden State?
I do not. And going back to the Morant injury, it's such a weird injury because I thought it would be structural stuff because it was a Jordan Poole grab and pull, which I do believe to be accidental. He's going for the ball. It's moving fast. But it's I don't get how it's a bruise. He bruised him by pulling his knee.
Yes, dude,
I'm a little confused
happens.
how that led to him being out for the postseason. I think maybe Memphis is lying. I think maybe there's a little something more there than a bone bruise from being grabbed. But either way, I'll play my best Shams role here. I'll tell you, Ja Morant is out for the postseason because Memphis's season is ending tonight, and there will be no more games for him to play. Golden State, what did they score? 140 something on Saturday night, and then they come back with an absolute clunker. They missed their first 16, 17 threes at home. Memphis won that game without Ja Morant. I said they had no shot to win that game without Ja Morant, the guy that gave him 47, 8, and 8 in their only win of the series. I know the regular season numbers, but those regular season games aren't playoff games at Golden State. And they still were in there. Pretty much Dylan Brooks and coaching decisions and stuff lost them that game. They blew their chance. Golden State knows how to close. I know we're hearing the experience, but they do have all the experience. It's going to show in this game, and Golden State's going to pull away.
Yeah, Jules, Desmond Bane's got to recapture that first-round magic, right? If they have any chance?
I mean, yeah, and he's got the back injury going on,
Yep.
And he's not shooting too well. And Dylan Brooks is trying to play his best Ja Morant, and he's not Ja Morant, and that only helps the Warriors. So very tough spot, even being at home for the Grizzlies. What I will say, I thought Golden State would sweep Denver in round 1, and they even came back and pulled ahead in that Game 4, and still lost, and it went back to Golden State for a Game 5. So, the Warriors aren't invincible, but I would be pretty surprised if they lose this game.
All right, Jeff, you at least got to give it to the Grizz for managing to cover the spread in Game 4, at least without their best player.
Yeah, I'll give it to them for that, but put a bow on it. This series is all but wrapped up. I understand that the Grizzlies were 20-5 without Ja Morant this season. However, they weren't playing the most experienced postseason team in the league in those matchups. The Warriors aren't playing that well either. We all know how horribly they played last game, but they have enough to get it done on the road tonight. One of the main reasons Memphis was able to maintain such a high level of play without Ja was, just as you said, Emerson Desmond Bane, and he's completely disappeared in this series. 8 points in Game 1, 5 in Game 2, 16 in Game 3, but 8 in Game 4. Not only is he failing to carry the offense in Ja's absence, he's also lost confidence in his shot. In the regular season, he was taking almost 15 shots per contest, but he hasn't taken more than 10 in a game so far against the Warriors. And he isn't the only one who's come up short either. Dylan Brooks' stat line looks like he's going on tour, not like he's playing an NBA game. 3 for 13, 5 for 19 in the 2 full contests he's played. And his confidence continues to be irrationally high to the point where he's shooting the Grizzlies out of games. Memphis had the chance to make this series competitive in Game 4, and they blew it. The Warriors will cover and move on tonight.